Eastern State Penitentiary, which opened in 1829 and is allegedly the most haunted prison in the state of Pennsylvania. Here, criminals were held awaiting to their sentences, with men and women, adults and children, thieves and murderers thrown into the jail together. In those days, not even the White House had running water, and the conditions of these prisoners was horrible. Each prisoner had his own cell, with a bed, a workbench, and a castle iron toilet that was flushed with a bucket of water once a day. The cells had wooden floors and a high arched ceiling with a little skylight, called the Dead Eye. The system of isolation and solitary confinement developed in this building became known as the Pennsylvania system, and it quickly spread to Europe and European colonies. Consider the case of John Karen, a 22-year-old white gardener convicted in 1821 of stealing his neighbor's horse. He received a 2-year sentence. Upon his arrival, a hood was placed over his head, so he would not be able to recognize where he was, and no other prisoners could recognize him. He would wear that hood whenever he was outside his cell. Karen spent 23 hours a day inside his cell. He was not allowed to speak to anyone. He slept in his cell. He ate 3 meals a day in his cell, and he made shoes in his cell. John Karen was allowed to keep only one book in his cell, a Bible. He would receive no letters from home, no newspapers, no visitors. Karen received 2 half-hour breaks a day. Once every 2 or 3 weeks, he would be taken from the yard to bath. The Pennsylvania system, based on silence and isolation, was driving people insane, and in 1913 it was finally abandoned. And the corridors filled with men and women, finally able to talk amongst themselves. By 1940, Eastern State had become a maximum security facility with life sentences and even death sentences. However, the prisoners were allowed to spend time in the open air and even play baseball. There was a lot of work to do around the prison, including small electrical jobs, painting, plastering, and plumbing. In this prison, men and women received similar sentences, but women were generally assigned domestic work, such as doing laundry and cooking meals. Many women entered the prison already pregnant and gave birth in there too. Kids grew up for years inside the prison with their mothers. Many people died in here. Sanitary conditions were very bad, not least during hospital operations. The state began shutting Eastern down in 1960s, and in 1971, the front door was finally locked. Many people believe this place is haunted, and some swear they have seen, heard, felt something ghostly once they entered here. Personally, I did not see, hear, or feel anything strange, but this place is definitely the perfect location for ghosts.